Welcome back to our special broadcast, Behind the Violence, examining the situation regarding the violence and the looting over the last few days, primarily in Gauteng and what's behind it. One of the sectors of our society that's been hugely affected by what we've seen over the last few days is our sporting society and, of course, the people who play sport, but also two of the friendlies involving Bafana Bafana were cancelled and there are possible ramifications for other parts of football primarily as well. Here to discuss this with us is the person who brings you sport on a regular basis, Simon Burke. Simon, good evening.
Thanks, Stephen.
Okay, firstly, the two friendlies. Well, one was supposed to be against Madagascar. They cancelled. We had Zambia cancelled. It seems to have been a very difficult situation, a difficult weekend for Bafana.
Yeah, we think that Zambia was a political move, and it was done during an international friendly window, so it wasn't a FIFA-sanctioned event, it wasn't CAF-sanctioned. There was the freedom to make a statement, and that's what they did. We were meant to play in Lusaka, and Zambia said no, because of the violence in South Africa, we can't go ahead with this. That was the statement made by the Zambian FA. Then Madagascar came in and said, yes, we can help. We looked around and then at the 0 hour they pulled out and said, look, we can't ensure the safety of our officials coming to South Africa. But more importantly, it was what Zambia did to us, and that's left us scrambling, and that's left our new coach without a game to play. The October window's coming up, and still they haven't got any opposition to play against in an international friendly environment.
Okay, and then obviously the PSL is going to be affected by this as well. I mean, football, particularly for us, is a hugely international game.
We don't have any reason to believe that it will. I mean, it's never happened in South African domestic league football, any sort of xenophobia. Justin Shonga plays for Orlando Pirates. Karma Billiard plays for Kaizer Chiefs. Those two players have never experienced that from a South African crowd. If any criticism is levelled in their way, it's to do with their form and not to do with where they come from. And they've never been told to go home. We have a Nigerian playing for Kaizer Chiefs in goal, Daniel Akpai. We don't anticipate that anything like this will happen to them. Well, then we also have 3 teams playing in African Cup competitions, and TS Galaxy are playing against a Madagascan side. So we will be looking out to see, will there be a reaction in the crowd to what Madagascar did to SAFA? But we don't anticipate. Largely, there has never been any strains of xenophobia in the terraces. The violence that's played out on the, when the crowd trouble has happened, that's more to do with the anger of the fans directed at the team and where they're going at the time.
Simon Burke, thanks very much indeed.